The airline industry was ground to a halt amid the hard lockdown, which resulted in massive financial losses. According to estimates from the International Air Transport Association, local airlines lost about 55 billion rand. Although airlines have resumed flying for essential domestic travel and business purposes, ticket sales remain depressed. FlySafair says it has been operating at 20% capacity and looks forward to more airports opening up.
The industry at large is still in a very, very tough position. I think if we survey the landscape, there are a number of players who are still not operating. And of course, during that process are enduring losses, whether it be through financing costs, aircraft leases, facility leases, even salaries. So, these are realities that are being faced across the industry at large. And as I said, given that we're operating between 6 to 8% as an industry of what we had this time last year, that just gives you a sense of how severe that is from an industry perspective.
Flights resumed when government announced the easing of regulations to lockdown level 3, but flying amid the COVID-19 pandemic has required greater cooperation between Airport Company South Africa and the South African Civil Aviation Authority to ensure passenger and crew safety.
We're also sanitizing the aircraft very, very deeply. So we use a process of, in between flights, we actually have an aerosol-based sanitizer that we use to fog the cabins entirely between actual loads. And then in the evenings, we use very sophisticated electrostatic sprayers, which deliver a great substance which has actually got an extended dwell time, which means it remains active on surfaces for an extended period. And that electrostatic nature allows the particles to cling into all different parts of the aircraft. So that really just creates like a super sterile environment to get started with.
Government regulations allow airlines to fly at 100% capacity, with the exception of a few rows being reserved for self-isolation purposes. Passengers who want distance and space in flight have the option of paying an additional fee, which varies from airline to airline. But there are some passengers who want the industry to do more to allow for more social distancing in flight.
I'm constantly on the plane, so it was rather nerve-wracking to be back on a flight again after 120 days. So it's a bit, I was nervous, but not so nervous. But I was nervous on a couple of things. One is the nervousness of not knowing that there's a complete new way of flying. I'm used to just grabbing my bags and just flying. But now there are forms to complete, medicals to ensure that you're healthy. So there's a lot of compliance other than just the aviation compliance themselves.
The wearing of masks is compulsory in flights. Furthermore, passengers and crew members are required to sanitize and observe COVID-19 regulations. Mbalenhle Mthethwa, SABC News, Johannesburg.